Welcome to New Home Tube. This is Paul Straub of VP Realty, here again with Robert Condito from NRL Mortgage.
How you doing, Paul?
Today's topic, do's and don'ts. What should you not do and what should you do when you're in the mortgage process?
Okay. First, do not open new credit lines.
Like buying a
Do
new
not
car.
open new credit lines. That's the first thing. Secondly, do not close credit lines. Not until you speak to your lender or a credit repair specialist, because when you do that, sometimes you think that you pay off and close an account. If it has good payment history, that could actually negatively impact your credit.
Right. The more credit you have available, the higher your rate, right?
That is correct. The other thing is, do not move cash around. Do not go and deposit $100,000 in cash that was under your bed and think that you're going to use that for closing, because it does not work. If money is not sourceable, meaning you cannot identify the source, document the source, and track the flow of those funds, you are going to run into a problem with closing. They would have to be backed out of your assets, which could potentially disqualify you from a loan.
Right. They'll actually request, where did this money come from?
Absolutely. The other thing is that you shouldn't have any material changes in your employment. For example, even for a little while after, a lender is generally going to, if you're working with a direct lender, they're generally going to sell your loan in the secondary market. When that happens, if there's been major material changes, like say you quit your job the day before you closed, you use that income to qualify, that is a major material change in circumstance. What could happen is they could recall the note.
Wow.
Recalling the note is not a good thing. That means you could be responsible to pay that loan in full. So, doesn't happen often, but definitely be careful. No major changes.
And
Discuss
do not co-sign for a loan. I had one buyer where it took me a month to negotiate this price with the seller. They wanted like $900,000. We got them down to $765 after a month, right where they wanted to be. In the process, his brother says, "I want a new Porsche. Could you co-sign for my Porsche?" "Well, sure I can. It won't affect my credit. It's a loan for you." Well, that's absolutely wrong. We got within a week of closing and found out, oh, you co-signed? You just lost your house.
Yes, I can't tell you how many times I've been pretty close to the closing table. We do a credit refresh, which your lender is going to do. They're going to find new credit accounts, inquiries, whether they're open or not. They're going to inquire about them. If you of course have to disclose, in all honesty, if you've opened new accounts, and in that case it can impact your debt to income ratio, which is one of the qualifiers for a mortgage.
Right, exactly. You just want to stay steady on the same path that you started on. Don't be changing things. Don't go quitting your job because you got mad at the boss or something like that. And don't take a new job in a different field right before you're ready to close. You can stay in the same field and switch jobs. You really don't want to do that either in the mortgage process. But if you're in the same field, you can switch jobs. You can have 8 months on a job as long as it was in the same field as you were in for the last 5 years, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, you can actually, with 30 days of pay stubs, generally speaking, with conventional loans, at least. With that, there are some things to watch out though for. With an FHA loan, for example, you can, if you change jobs 3 times within a 2-year period, you'd have to be with your current employer for at least 6 months. So don't hold me to those specific terms.
Sure.
But it's along those lines. So
These are all
you always
general
want to ask your
guidelines.
finance. Always ask your finance professional.
Right. Well, that's another great topic. I hope you folks are finding these videos informative. Like and subscribe. Remember, having the right people help you out when you're looking to buy or sell makes all the difference in the world. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you.